Thanks for joining us for another episode. In this episode, we're going to do a review on a gutter guard. We just pulled up on a house. A customer called the other day, and the customer was saying that they're losing water, gutters are overflowing. So we just got here and we're checking out, seeing what's going on. They recently had new gutters and a gutter guard installed. They actually had this is a residential home. They have had a 6-inch gutter installed. And just to give you a quick info on that is, when you have a gutter installed, 99% of the time, a residential home, you'll need a 5-inch gutter. Sometimes they'll tell you maybe go with a 6, but check out my other video on that. I do have another video, 5 or 6-inch gutter. It'll give you more of an explanation. I don't want to go off track of this review for the gutter guard, but basically, when you get a gutter installed, you want to make sure you have at least 3 inches from the edge of the shingle to the front edge of the gutter. That will determine whether you need the 5-inch or the 6-inch gutter. If you got 3 inches from this edge to the front of the gutter and it's a 5-inch, that's what you'll need. If you want to get rid of more water, you're going to want to increase the downspout. But check out that video for more on that. So basically, this, as you can see here now, you see the debris in this valley. Now, the customer, when they got a quote for the gutter guard installation, that's one of the things that is usually left out. This particular gutter guard is, I'll get a close-up on and then attach it to the video, but this particular gutter guard is a micro guard. I don't know the exact name. It's a grate with a micro filter over top of it. It's really not a bad system. I'd give it a 3.5, 4 star. The only reason why I gave it that rating is because not just in this valley, the problem with a micro guard is they can be a little restrictive. During a heavy rain, the customer said that she is getting a little bit of loss of water in certain areas. So, and there's not much I can do about that when it comes to the guard being restrictive. Now, the one thing I want to note is that no matter what gutter guard you get installed, if you have valleys, you're going to have to clean the valleys out. Now, the bad thing about a diverter is that the diverter will hold more debris. It's like a hand, so it ends up holding more debris. But even if that diverter was not there, the reason why they installed that diverter is water is coming down the valley and just overflowing off this corner of the gutter. So they put the diverter in to eliminate that, but unfortunately, the diverter will end up holding more debris. But even if that diverter wasn't there, you would still need to get these valleys cleaned out. That's the point. The point is, no matter what gutter guards you decide to get installed, they're not really going to talk about it, but be proactive. Keep an eye on the system. If you have any valleys at all, get them cleaned out. So many customers I go to, and what they'll do is, they'll just remove the guard, saying, the guard don't work, let's just get rid of it. Now, some guards, that's not a bad thing, but if it's a good guard that we recommend, just get it serviced. Get it cleaned out once in a while, even though you were told that you wouldn't have to. Unfortunately, just do it, because usually what happens is eventually you'll call the company, just over the years, and eventually you won't get a response, and then you'll just kind of get frustrated. That's what I've seen. So what I recommend you do is just get it serviced if it's the recommended type, and you should be good to go. So make sure you always clean those valleys out and check the tops of the gutter. Now, it doesn't look like any of these tops are holding debris. Let's go around to the back and see how that looks. Okay, see the same thing. Now, the whole valley's not completely clogged, but as you can see, and this is the main problem with this guard and with any of the guards, is that there's not much you can do with the valleys. Now, if you do get gutter guards installed, you do want to try everything not to put a diverter in. If that diverter was not there, you wouldn't usually have as much debris without that diverter there. So anytime you get a gutter guard installed, this is a tip. Try not to have the diverter installed. I would go as far as to tell them, don't install the diverter. If you have a problem, make sure they'll come back to add the diverter. You only want to put the diverter if you 100% have to. Now, the thing with this gutter guard just lays flat on top of the gutter. And a lot of contractors will say, well, it's like a shelf, it's going to hold debris. That's not always the case. As you can see here, on this gutter guard, it's been up here a couple of years. It's not holding any debris at all, you know? So it's pretty much clean all the way around, front, in the back here area here. The only thing that'll need to be cleaned out is really these valleys. And I can see the garage, separate garage over there. The gutters are clean. So there's no valleys over there. They won't really have to do much at all. So now she did say she was getting a little loss of water around the home, not just in the valleys. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. With this gutter guard, that's one of the other downsides, is that it is a little more restrictive. So during a heavy rain, this is a pretty large roof, you might get a little loss because this guard, this micro guard, is a little more restrictive. Be proactive when you get a system installed. Be proactive, meaning get the gutter guard serviced when it needs to be serviced, okay? If I left something out, shoot a comment below, shoot an email to service@everythinggutter.com. Once again, thanks for joining. Until next time.